Hey, Internet! I'm gross. I just got back from a morning run, and I'm not making this up. My mom called and she wants a bot. So she's a yoga instructor and a painter, and she's at this painting retreat in North Carolina. It's like a week long. And she and her painter friends want to be able to chat with the bot that will give them painting exercises. So, like, I want you to paint a happy painting at the beach that is in oil or pastel or something like this. So I told her, of course, here's what we're going to do is try to live code it. This is actually 40 minutes into the live coding. I learned something about Descript. I love you guys, but your app deletes everything and crashes if your AirPods run out of batteries while you're filming. So I'm like 30 minutes into the video. Rather than do it again, I've got now a microphone that won't run out of batteries, and I'm just going to take you through what I've already done because I think that's more time efficient. Luckily, it's pretty easy. So yesterday at Steamship, we released this experiment for one-click Telegram buddies. Telegram's a chat app. These buddies are Python classes that you can publish to Steamship's cloud, and you can use, LLMs, you can use chains, you can use AGI agents, you can use DALL-E, all sorts of stuff we've got planned. Yesterday, we released our first. It's basically a character where you can launch it on Telegram, and it gives you like a personality that you can add. We're just going to bolt on this painting challenge bot on top of that. And the way that I had gotten started was to go to Steamship Packages / Telegram Buddy. And it's all open source. It's super simple. Just go to this API class, and there's this method here, prepare response, where all the action happens. We're right here keeping a persistent chat history and running it through ChatGPT or GPT-4, your choice. What I did over here was I had cloned the package, cloned that GitHub repository, created a branch. I went to Steamship JSON, that's kind of like our package JSON file, and I set my own handle to random challenge buddy. And let me take you through what I've been doing. So the whole idea of this bot was that we're going to have these commands on top of the ChatGPT personality that you give it. So if you say, challenge me, we want it to say, I want you to paint XYZ. If you say, add to list, a list of things, you're going to basically add items to a list like mood, setting, character, medium, things like this. And if you say clear list, we're going to reset the list. And so the hope is that from Telegram, you'll be able to just say, like, hi, how are you? And it'll interact with you like a ChatGPT bot of whatever personality you want. But then it also knows some of these commands. So it's kind of funny that we're using regex on top of GPT, but the world's a crazy place. The way that we are approaching this is to experiment with kind of a tool interface, but not in the same way that some of these AI agents use. The tools that are used by sort of AutoGPT and all of these agents, the LLM is deciding which tool to use. In this particular case, we're using good old regular expressions. And so what we've done here is we have these regexes with capture groups that correspond to commands and their arguments. Think like old school style. We're going very quick and dirty for this. And then we have this get command for method, and all it's doing is it's looping over those commands. It's trying to pull out the capture groups, and it'll either return none or, hey, here's the command in my argument list. Matches is just like, yes, no, did you match? And then run is, think of this as like the run method of the tool, will either return none if it didn't match, and if it did match, it'll kind of punt that down to this dispatch list of like, here's the different things. So at the moment when Descript crashed, we were just at the part where we hooked up the tool. So I had gone to Botfather on Telegram. I had made the mom bot. Botfather is like the account where you can create a new bot. I had hooked it up to this kind of development harness server right here. Let me stop it so you can see it run fresh. I had hooked it up to this development harness server. Internet, don't steal my API key. I'll roll it afterwards, but be good. And I ran this, so let's run it fresh. And now in Botfather, I'm going to say, hi there, how are you? Okay, so we're connected to our Steamship package on localhost. We haven't deployed this to the cloud yet. We're getting back a response. And the thing that I had just been testing was whether or not this matching for the commands worked. And it looked like it did. I'll just rerun it here. So if I say add to list setting, outdoors, beach, mountains, then it's going to say add. If I say clear list setting, it's going to say clear, because that's all we asked it to do. Let's go back to API. We're just responding, challenge, clear, add. And the way that I had wired that up was in this open source Telegram buddy template, there's this method prepare response. And this method right here is maintaining a history of your chat with the agent and generating a new response with GPT-4 or ChatGPT, whatever you pick in the settings, and returning it. And we're just preempting that. We're just saying, you know, here's the start of the MomBot. If this choice tool matches the incoming text, don't give it to GPT. We're going to preempt GPT, and instead we're going to do whatever we want. So at this point, in a way, it's like convenient to jump into the video and reshoot here, because this is where sort of the interesting action happens that's not just watching me mumble to myself as I write regex. So this is where we're going to add state. By the way, I should re-say, since I haven't said in this video, I'm YOLOing this. It hasn't been prepped, and so I'll be figuring this out as I go. It's 10:26. We've got our morning meeting at 11, so let's see if I can get this done in like 20 minutes. I kind of think I can, but we'll have to see. So there's a key value store in Steamship that you can use. I embarrassingly forget what it's called. Let me see if I'm going to pull down the Steamship Python client repository. Oh, KV store, right here. So up in this choice tool thing, I'm going to add this KV store, KVs, and how do you instantiate this? So you give it a client and you give it a store identifier. Okay, client, and that defaults to key value store. I'm going to call this choices. So I should say a few things about what it is we're doing here. So Steamship is a host for AI apps. So all of the, like, you know, whether it's LangChains or Llama Index apps or Baby AGI, if you wrap it up into this class, we call it a package. It kind of looks like a Flask app. We pass you this client object right here that gives you vector storage, vector search, key value storage, blob storage, all the models that matter, chaining, async tasks. It's really awesome. And so you get to develop as if you're kind of just building a Python class. When you deploy it to Steamship's cloud, it becomes a multi-tenant, multi-user app. So that's pretty neat, and I'll show you that later. But that's what this client thing is that we're going to be using here. All right, so this key value store, the key we're going to have be the list name, because it seems like that is that really is the only way to do it, I think. So let's just try. So self.kvs.delete. Yeah, okay, delete name. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do name.strip. Hold on, I'm a terrible programmer, folks. Def clean name, self name string, returns a string, return name.strip dot lowercase. That's fine. All right. So kvs.delete clean name. Okay, I've cleared the list. Name for you. Gosh, I mean, I think that's it. All right, and then for add, we're going to say existing list equals self.kvs.delete get if not existing list. Okay, and then I guess items, we're going to say items.split item.lower.strip .lower for item in new items. And then we're going to say existing list dot extend new items. And then we're going to say self.kvs dot set. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so, okay, I've added new items. Oh, it's because it's not smart about quotes, is it? List. All right. And why is that? Why is it upset about that? Oh, because we want the self.clean name. Okay, so let's stop our server. It really couldn't be that easy. Let's there's no way it's going to be this easy. We're going to find something that we have to do. But so okay, add to list setting outdoors, beach, mountains. So you know what I think happened is an exception was thrown. Because it looks like I typed that in the same way that was working before. But it's not giving us back. Yeah. Let's return the exception text. Return. Uh-oh. I got an error. Excuse me. Oh. Run server. Oh, I got an error. Validation error for tag value. Value is not a valid dict. Oh, our key value store requires you to give it a dict. That's like a funny quirk that I know is a little odd. All right, so what does that mean? For add here, what that means is we need to have the existing list be a dict, and then we're going to say existing list dot items dot extend. And you know, I don't know if extend is a method on arrays in Python. So we're going to say for item in new items append item. What's the deal? Oh, this isn't JavaScript. This is Python. Okay. I don't know. Let's see if that works. Add to list setting beach outdoors. Oh, I got an error items. Okay, that's fine. What's the problem now? Existing list items. If not get existing list dot get items. Oh, gosh, I can never remember what language I'm in, y'all. Existing list items equals if not existing list, initialize it. If for whatever reason, which should never happen, we don't have the items thing, add the items thing. Okay. Run the server. Add to list setting beach outdoors. Okay, I've added beach outdoors to list setting. Cool. Clear list setting. Okay, I've cleared the list setting. How are you today? Hello? Is it throwing an error? Okay, we'll deal with that later. Because it still should be defaulting to the GPT response. I'm not sure what we would have changed to have stopped that, but I'll leave it alone for now. Next, we're going to do the surprise me, the generate me a challenge command. So right here, I think there's like a list method. Is there a list method? Yeah, here we go. Items. Okay. If filter keys is provided, only return keys within that list. And items is going to return a list of tuple with string to dict. Okay, that's cool. So what we're going to do here is all, what do we call this? Facets equals self.kvs.items. And this KV store is just going to store these, so that's okay. And then we're going to, what we want to do is we want to pick, so this is a challenge app. So for each facet, we've got a list now of the things that we may pick among, and we want to randomly select one of them from that list. And I don't know how to Python random pick from list randomly. How to randomly pick something from a list. Random.choice list. That's easy. All right. So for facet in self.items for key value, if value dot items equals value dot get items, if items random dot choice items choice selected equals dot append key choice your selections. Let's just see if that works, and then we'll make it more fun if that works. So I'm going to restart the server. Huh, maybe OpenAI just had a hiccup or something. So we should, this is stateful. So it should have remembered our prior, oh, I cleared it. So add to list setting, beach, mountains, add to list, mood, happy, sad, add to list, time duration, 10, 60, 90. Okay, and then challenge me. Your selections, mood happy, setting mountains. This is so cool. Okay, challenge me. Your selections, mood sad, setting beach, time duration 90. Okay. I mean, that's kind of it. So how do we polish this off? Because I want an excuse to put this on the site, so it has to be like minimally, not this duct tape together. All right, let's do two things. We're gonna do a prompt based one, and we're gonna do just a structured kind of text based one. Okay, so the structured text based one is basically just going to be this. This is so cool. I feel like you could use this for more than painting too. I think you could this could be like a dinner menu generator. This could be a workout generator. Aeneas, if you end up watching this, your fitness buddy thing that you're doing, I feel like I could use this for like a HIIT workout or something. Challenge. Okay, so what do we want here? Challenge or features equal f string dash key value for and select. I don't really know Python very well, y'all. And then return. Sorry, I'm whispering to myself because I'm already trying to plan out the prompt that we're going to use for the next one. I should remember that this is my first time ever trying to live stream something, so I'm not in practice of this kind of stuff. Here's your challenge. All right, let's make sure that works, and then the prompt thing I think is going to be pretty neat. So run the server again. Challenge me, and it's stateful. So yeah, there we go. All right, here's your challenge. So that didn't work. What did I do wrong? Oh. Perfect. Okay, so here's going to be the prompt-based one. I want to use GPT. This is really just an excuse to use GPT. I want to use GPT to generate kind of like a text description that just expresses the same thing in a paragraph form. Number one. Number two, one of the challenges is that even though I'm making this for my mom and her painter friends, it's not clear that this is painting specific, I think. I think the better version of this is if you tell it what the category is. So we want some command where you describe what the category is to shove into the prompt, I think. That way it's more extensible at the cost of maybe being more confusing to use. We'll see. This is just for fun. So we're going to add one that's called Magic Challenge. And it will it'll take a verb. That's what we'll do. That seems pretty simple. You'll say magic challenge paint, magic challenge eat, magic challenge workout, cook, something like that. And then if you do that, we'll incorporate that into the prompt. That's probably close enough to actually work. Okay, so magic challenge. So we're going to have to go down here. That seems like it should be fine. We're going to have to add that here. And then, oh no, it's just one argument, isn't it? Okay, so magic challenge is just going to be challenge. Except it takes an argument here, which is the verb. And we're going to make a prompt. So the prompt is, please write an encouraging challenge to me with a call to action to verb. When I verb, I want it to have the following, involve the following things. The call to action should be short, motivational, and specific to the list of attributes above. Okay, so that's going to be the prompt. And then we're going to pass that to the LLM generate, and then we're going to return the result. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to steal some code. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the LLM in my init method right here. Hey, I'm shooting a video. That's why I'm over here talking to myself. LLM, this is a plugin instance. Import self.llm equals LLM, and then we're going to give it the LLM that we created down here. GPT-4. And I'm going to steal the code for this, and then I'm going to put it up here. Generate task equals GPT-4.generate text equals prompt. I think that's actually all I have to do. Generate test.wait. Return. There's no way it's going to work on the first try, but who knows? All right. So if I say, what was the command? I don't even remember. It was like magic or something. Magic challenge. All right. So if it works, it's going to be preparing that prompt, sending it to OpenAI, and then returning us, sure, what kind of magic challenge are you interested in? Okay, that seems like... Oh, because we have to say paint. Magic challenge paint. What? That makes no sense. That has to be a copy-paste error. Yeah, magic challenge, devastation. Okay, let me rerun the server. Paint. Oh, address already in use. Uh-oh, I got an error. Choice tool has no attribute GPT-4. And that is because I called it LLM. A challenge to you, my friend. Let the emotions flow and the this is amazing. And the brushstrokes dance across the canvas. In just 60 minutes, transport yourself to the serene and majestic mountains. Oh my God, this is so amazing. And let the sadness inspire your creativity. Paint your heart out, and you might just surprise your. This is so cool. Let's try one more time. Are you ready to unlock your emotions and unleash your creativity onto the canvas? I don't know why it's speaking like it's kind of old-fashioned English. It's time to embrace the power of painting and let the beauty of the mountains speak to your soul. This is fantastic. Okay, y'all, I'm going to ship it. It's 10:51. This is a 30-minute video. I say, let's do this. This is the fun part. Let me show you how easy it is to now take this thing that we've just built here and deploy it so that anybody in the world can use it. I'm going to go to terminal. I'm going to run ship deploy. Ship deploy. That's it. We get the little shippy logos, shippy icons, shippy emojis, and then in between 10 and 30 seconds, we will get a link that we can now send all of our moms, so all of our moms can experience the painting bot that they and their friends desire. Random challenge buddy is what I called it. So I just clicked that link. This is kind of non-necessary, I guess, to the development side of things, but this is what right now it looks like to use one of these buddies. I'll give you a little tour, kind of like what we're looking at here. So Steamship is a place where you can build packages. That's what you just saw me doing. And then once you deploy them, you can use these packages. Ours was called Random Challenge Buddy. It was a public package that was in the steamship.json file. There's this public equals true field, so that means that anybody can create an instance. When you create an instance, you have your own copy of any fine-tunings, models, vectors you're storing, data. So this is slightly different than the like a Docker running service in the sense of everybody's not running the same code. Every instance you create, it's one extra thing that we ask of you is to create an instance, and that gives you your own state, which is a small step, but then unleashes a lot of really interesting scaling stories. So I'm going to create an instance. I'm going to call it the Look Mom It Works bot. We're going to make this be, I don't know. What's that painter that did the Happy Trees guy? Happy Trees guy this bot's personality is a nice painter who wants to help you with all of your artistic, artistic exploration. He is always encouraging and creative. Okay, so that's the base personality. Let's create a new bot, just so you can see how this looks to wire up. So, and this is the part where we'll try to figure out how to make it easier, but honestly, it's pretty easy. So you just click on this. It's going to give you instructions. I'm going to show you exactly what those instructions are. You go to this thing called BotFather. It's an account on Telegram. So add @BotFather. Type /new bot. We're going to call this Happy Trees bot. Happy Trees TED bot. It's going to give you a key. Don't steal my key, y'all. And then you just paste this in. That's it. Now you've got a bot. You can access this bot with an API. So if you want to build like a web widget or something like that, that you can use this API to access the bot. But it's also automatically wired up to Telegram. And that's what's so cool about this is this init, this instance init method right here runs automatically when you create a new instance. And the Happy Trees bot is already wired up. So let's go to that. Let's start a conversation. Hi, I want to paint things. And we'll see if it's up and running on the interwebs. Is Happy Trees, wow, that's a long response. I'm not even going to read that. What types of things do you want to paint? Do you have particular medium in mind, or are you open to trying new ones? Oh, I'm open to trying new ones. So we didn't add anything that like teaches you how to use the bot. Like the bot doesn't have instructions for using this tool. That's obviously something that would be nice to include in the future. But right here, what we're looking at is this base GPT bot. It has the personality that I asked it to have when I created a new instance of it. And now let's see if we can use the things that we were just building. So, gosh, I don't even remember the command. It was add to list medium, oil, pastel, crayon, pencil. Add to list setting, home, mountains, beach, city, space. Add to list mood, happy, sad, nostalgic. And it was nostalgic, numinous. I don't know, what are different moods. And then, so if we said challenge me, it will give us medium pastel, mood happy, setting beach. Cool. And then what was the other one? It was magic challenge paint. Let's blast off into a world of happiness and color. Pick up your oil paints and create a cosmic masterpiece that radiates joy and positivity. Channel your inner artist and let's transform any ordinary canvas into a mesmerizing scene that transports us to another world. It never gets old. This is so cool. Okay, that's it. There's the Happy Trees bot, Mom. You and your friends, I hope the installation process on Telegram isn't too hard. I'm going to publish this to the internet if the audio and video recorded. And we'll probably clean it up and put it up on the Steamship website if you want to use this too. I think it's pretty cool. All right. There we go. Very first live coding video. Hope this was interesting to you guys. If you have requests for kind of bot features that you want to add, all of us at Steamship have been hanging out building bots this week and next week. We have a lot of things we want to try, from chains to the AGI rigs that people have to using tools, incorporating SERP. And so I think once you have everything hooked up and hostable in this way with, state management, vector management, LLM chaining, and really easy bot deployment, you can do a lot of cool stuff. So let us know. Our Discord is steamship.com/Discord. Our website is steamship.com. You can find us on Twitter at GetSteamship. And we would love to coach you through building some cool stuff and featuring it when you show us what you built. Cheers.